Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hey, what's going on? It's April here with the Phoenix Collective. We are a group of like-minded folks dedicated to this process of, figuring out who we are, right? We're reaching that point of authenticity where we are vibrating at our highest frequency, where we're becoming ourselves, our true selves, the self that we were born as, right? So we're sifting through childhood trauma, programmings, patternings, a collective energy that has really told us what we should be and how we should be and molded us into multiple fractals of self, right? That need to be put back together as one, okay? So, thank you for joining me on this journey. I want to go ahead and start part 2 of my childhood trauma video that I started last week. And I'm not dragging my heels on this or anything, but this is some real sensitive stuff, okay? And it's really taken a lot to me to meditate on. And when I channel, what comes through me is what comes through me in the moment, okay? I don't edit anything. I might have to stop a few times because I get distracted or things happen, but nothing is premeditated or channeled prior to what comes out when it comes out. And sometimes my subconscious avoids things because they're tough things to deal with, okay? And this is not something that's unique to me. This is something that we all do, okay? So things surface, that come up through the surface, but we need to integrate them into the light, okay? Integrate them to ourselves and acknowledge them and not hide them. All right, so in the past position, let's go ahead and just kind of recap what we talked about in part 1 with the Justice card, okay? So this is a reoccurring theme, and it will be until the 15th of November with that platonic energy pushing us out of Capricorn into the age of Aquarius, right? Into that new beginning where the wild child of the zodiac is lifting up and casting. So remember what Pluto, the energy of Pluto is, guys, okay? The energy of Pluto wants to expose things, wants justice, fairness, and balance, right? And this is what we talked about, okay? About, we're seeing things come to the light that have been hidden, right? Where people have suppressed truth and, kind of pitted people that were innocent in a negative way, or we kind of cast a shadow over problems in society and for selfish greed, right? All led by tyrants, people that I call and their tribe of flying monkeys, right? Everybody that jumps on the bandwagon because they want what this bully has to offer, right? And they're afraid. Most of them are afraid or just looking for a place to belong, but they're doing so in the wrong way, right? And now we're realizing that with all of this being exposed, that maybe being true to who we are. I mean, honestly, don't come at me talking to me about somebody else. Don't come at me with gossip. Unless you want to help that person, don't talk to me about them. Okay? And that's how it should be. There is nothing in me that wants to invest in gossip, hate speech, or the putting down of somebody else. Okay? Nobody's name should be in your mouth unless you're trying to do something to help them. We shouldn't be taking satisfaction in the pain of anybody else. That doesn't really elevate us at all. But and the age of Aquarius is exposing that, right? Okay. All right, guys. So I have also been noticing a theme on Facebook. Okay, I don't follow anybody. Okay, and I do that purposely. That way, that the people that show up on the front feed of my Facebook are random. Okay, and I've noticed a real theme, okay? And it's not random because nothing is random, and we all know that, right? Everything is divine in timing, right? And all the people that I see are people that are exposing truth. They're speaking truth. they're asking questions, and they're grappling with trying to come to terms with why certain things keep happening to them, even though that it's not warranted, that there's no karma of their own making that should have, have incurred on their part. Okay. And these are definitely the members of my Phoenix Collective. Now, these are also people that are talking about burning passions and desires, like feeling that boredom because and that push to do something that's meaningful for them and something that they are passionate about. These aren't coincidences, folks. These are people that are sifting through childhood traumas and exposing the reasons why, kind of come to terms and unearth and integrate that into themselves so that they can go after their passions. All right. And with that is, for example, I tried going home for the holidays and was told that 4th of July is more my time. Okay. That Christmas and the family fair in our small little farm town that we grew up in isn't really my time to be up there. My time's more the 4th of July. And that I couldn't sleep in my van, even though the reason was that there wasn't enough room at the house at the farm for me to go. Okay. Now, that really, when your own mother is saying things like that to you, and I'm a very much not confrontational, but I will press why. Why? Because I was a single mother and I didn't have a husband that was able to provide services for my mom and the farm, and my sister did. Even though when my sister wasn't around my mom, that she was having me up there trying to hook me up with her contractor, I was okay then. But the minute I didn't have anything to offer her, then our relationship wasn't anything. I didn't need to be there. Okay, so there's a theme in life, right? We have two choices. We have the choice to either A, serve others, or B, serve ourselves. And being born a light worker, a starseed, a Lumerian, a truth seeker, truth teller, an empathetic person in nature, we have a real disconnect from that human nature, right? And I didn't understand it. And I'm telling you, it wounded me. It wounded me to the core every time I realized if I said no to somebody, if I put up boundaries, or if I didn't have something to offer, that not only was I villainized, right, made out to be a bad person, because I have to be, in order to validate themselves, they have to make me then into a bad person, right? Otherwise, the truth about them is exposed. Okay? But even though I didn't understand it, it really did a number on my psyche, making me feel unlovable. When you are, so we have what's called the subconscious, right? And we all know this, right? The subconscious is not meant to be, it houses information that is hidden from you, right? Like your heartbeat, breathing, blinking your eyes. Because if we had to think about these things, it would be too complicated for our minds. We don't need to control all these things. They need to be running smoothly. Now, there are ways for things to get into the subconscious. If you are told something again and again and again, it leaks into the subconscious. Also, black magic leaks into, and dark magic leaks into the subconscious. And it's all done through divine energy. Good and bad can be transmitted. Even just somebody looking at you wrong can go through into the subconscious. All right? So it really dims a person's light. After a while, they begin to believe that they're not good enough. Otherwise, why would these people around them be treating them like that? They didn't do anything. And what that does is then the people around you, when you're vibrating at a low vibration, the people around you, you're going to attracts like. Okay? So you're going to end up in some real seedy environments around people that treat you the same as these other people. I didn't believe that I was worthy of being treated anything better than how my own family treated me. Not my father. My dad loved me, okay? But my niece loved me. These are all people that had to actually sneak in private to be around me because my family was even trying to pollute their heads with these things, okay? But they knew the difference and other things. But anyway, So then your vibration is low. And it is not until I remove these people from my life, right, and lifted my vibration by looking at all the things that I had gone through, right, to uncover my authentic self, which is perfect, right, perfectly flawed, and woke up to the fact that this is all divine timing. This was the life I was born to live, right? I was meant to go through these hardships again and again and again to learn these things and to experience this karma that wasn't mine. Okay? And then to rise like the phoenix, right? And make meaning of it, come back stronger. And I did every single time. And I started to realize that I could handle whatever I was put through. I stopped seeking outside validation and needing to be to fit into these icky crowds and around icky people that are poking holes in other people to make themselves feel better. And then having to go on absolute people witch hunts to keep these people down in order to make themselves feel better. People that don't want you to succeed, the worst thing you can do to them is be smiling and happy and proving them wrong. Okay? And as my vibration lived higher, now I can speak about all these things because I'm vibrating and I'm on my highest timeline, and their timelines are down there. So they can't even reach me where I'm at anymore. And it's time for me to speak my truth. And I am working on a raw and exposed story of my life that I really think that light workers need to hear so that you guys can all understand why it is we go through these things and how we can then unearth these things, right? And look at how we're taking these patterns and creating the same patterning and how to break them, all right? And the subconscious card that I pulled today, the air. Okay, we've been getting the air a lot with the Queen of Swords. All right, so the air is just independence of thought. Not being able to let other people sway you through their mind control and their games and their manipulation anymore. Being free to speak your mind and speak clearly, right? And boldly. Because through that, through the truth being exposed, we can lift that consciousness even higher and realize and empower one another to do the same. All right? This plutonic energy is really hitting a huge pack into the universe, the cosmos, collective energy. We used to think, right, because we have the veil, that we were all just different little groups of people doing different things. No. We are all different groups of people that are connected by a collective consciousness and a universal consciousness, all up and up and up funneling into our creator, meaning we are all fractals of source. We are all connected, and everything we do affects others. Let's bring it to the light, folks, okay? And as we do so, we attract love and support and soul tribes. And man, you guys, I'm telling you, it has been ingrained in me that any imperfection or anything that would maybe be perceived by the outside world as not okay, to hide and suppress, to put on airs through my family lineage. I've been like, everything negative has been hidden in my family. Divorce, addiction, abuse. Okay, we stifle it and we don't talk about it because, oh my God, what would other people think? Okay, I remember calling my mom after being abused by my son's father and her saying, I'm not getting involved. Okay, what does that tell another person? Not very good things, right? Because I was my husband and I needed to stay with him. I chose not to. And because of that, I wasn't liked very much. Okay? And a smear campaign was started against me as I had to be the bad person, right? Okay? Something was wrong with me. And it's not all right. And you guys, and it's really bold of me to speak out And it's terrifying. It's a real vulnerable place for me to be. But I don't care anymore, okay? Because I know, and it's been shown to me by source, that this is the life that I was born to live. This was what I'm here to do. So in the energy that we have today, we have the Fool, the Madman, okay? Now, the Madman, this is in the 15th century Renaissance deck, okay? It's also the same as the Fool card in Tarot, okay? And the Fool's card in Tarot is saying that I have enough courage and trust in myself to take a leap of faith, okay? All right. It's a major arcana card. It's number 0. So it's the beginning of the Fool's journey. This is where we all start, right? And it's a journey towards completion, and it ends at the World card. All right? So the Fool is a blank slate. It's a representation of purity and innocence of a child that doesn't know the world. So therefore, it can be bold, right? Okay? It's the archetype that's unformed. It's unmolded by society and self. It has the potential to become all things, right? Your innocence makes you fearless. All right? And so I'm feeling in the collective that we're coming back around. That as we're finding our true self, we're beginning to be fearless again. We don't know where we're headed. We don't know what's going to come about from all this, but we know that we are led to, and we are being absolutely dedicated to what Source is giving us and telling us that is our path, right? That we become in line with who we are and what we're meant to do on this planet. Congratulations. I'm so proud of all of you. As we unfold and become fearless and are not afraid of who we are and know that we're worthy of love. I'm telling you, didn't I tell you? Your shadows become your greatest source of strength and creative energy. It becomes your most powerful asset. And that's that Phoenix archetype and the Fool archetype. Taking that leap of faith. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.